Hello students, welcome to Sushmita's classroom. Today I will begin my class with this thought. The thought is, plenty of people miss their share of happiness not because they never found it, but because they did not stop to enjoy it. That means whatever is coming to your life, coming to your way, you should enjoy, you should get happiness from that. Okay, don't think about the past and don't think much about the future. Whatever is present, you enjoy it and get happiness from it and spread happiness too. If you are happy, then only you could spread happiness everywhere. Now students, today's topic is story writing. It is very common and important topic. In every class, in every examination, this question comes to write a story. Now, first of all, I want to tell you what is story. A story is a narration of set of events. Okay, that means many events that come in a story, and that will be a set, one after another events come in a story. Second thing is, it may or may not convey a moral message. In every story, there should be a moral message. That is not any hard and fast rule. It may convey a moral message or may not convey a moral message. Third thing is, effective story writing is an artful task. Okay, the person who writes a very nice story, interesting story, and which gives impact, which gives very nice impact on the reader's mind, he has that artful tact, artful task in him. Okay, next thing is artful talent in him, you can say. Next thing is, it has a limited number of characters, scenes, and covers a short time period. In the short stories, there are limited number of characters and limited number of scenes, and it is written in a short period of time. The time period is short. Next one is, most stories, short stories, have a well-marked beginning, middle and end. Okay, so while writing the story, you should keep in mind that your beginning should be very interesting so that people will, or the readers will get interest to read it. Second thing is, middle should be also very enjoyable and the end should be also very interesting, which gives a long-lasting impact on the reader's mind. Now, I will tell you the next points. The story may begin with an action, situation, character, dialogue, description of setting or mood. Okay, that means when you begin your story, you can begin your story with an action or with a situation or with some character or dialogue or description by or the mood, how is the mood, accordingly it should be written. Next one is, it is the introduction and should therefore catch the reader's attention. Because we are talking about the beginning, that is why it is said that it is the introduction. So, it should be very catchy, which should catch the reader's attention. Okay, readers will be motivated to read your story. Next thing is, the middle should make the reader anticipate a surprise or something in store. And in the middle, you should give some surprise so that people will be interested to read it. After that, the end. End is the climax of the entire narrative. The end is the climax of the whole story and brings it to a close, and it is closing here. The story is, you are finishing the story there. Sometimes in a totally unexpected manner. Sometimes it could be closed in an unexpected manner. Suppose the readers had not expected the ending. Sometimes in the films we also see this type of ending where the viewers have not expected which will happen at the end, but you can end your story by some unexpected ending too. Now, the most important elements of short story. What are the most important things which are to be included in a short story? First is plot and time. Okay, at what time it is the story is framed and what is the plot of it. Second is setting. Third is the characters used in the story, and fourth is the dialogues delivered between the among the characters or between two characters, etc. Okay, so these are the important things of writing a story. Now, there are some important points which we have to keep in mind before writing the story. First thing is, use simple and natural language. The language of your story should be very simple and natural so that people will love to read your story. Second one is, plan the incidents before beginning. What you will write, those incidents you should plan before writing. Third is, make the beginning as interesting as possible. Okay, that means beginning should be very interesting, which will draw the attention of the readers. Next one is, develop the situations logically. Logically, one after other, the things will happen. Don't bring it randomly, some from here, some from there. Okay, but it should develop logically. After that, make the characters seem true to life. Okay, what is the meaning of it? That means the characters which are used in your story, it seems that they are live. Okay, they are natural. Next one is, put in some dialogues to make it appear natural and interesting. To make your story interesting and natural, you should add some dialogues in it. After that, try to give a surprise ending. Ending should be very surprising. The people will love to read your story. They will wait for your next story. And the last one is, give the story a suitable title. A suitable title should be given to your story. So these things make your story interesting and you will get good marks in it. In the examination purpose, sometimes some draw lines are given. You have to develop your story on those points or outlines. But and sometimes it is written that you have to write a short story on this topic. When the topic is given, you can write on it. But sometimes when outlines are given, then it will be easier for you to make your story interesting and write your story nicely on the basis of those outlines. Okay. Now I will read a story to you. The story is Little Brother Bob. It was Peace Mansion. Whether it is peaceful for others or not, but for little Sumi, it was heaven, where she lived with her parents and little brother Bob. She was an angel for her father and gem for her mother. Sumi loved to tease her little brother so much that she often made small rhymes to tease him. Like, my bro is Bob, he sits and sobs, he loves to gob and hides in cob. Or sometimes, Bob and Sumi, while playing in a roomie, Sumi got lost and Bob became frost. When he heard the rhymes repeatedly, he became irritated and complained his parents. Though their father did not say anything to Sumi, but taught another rhyme to Bob as the reply. Thus, Bob used to become very happy to get a suitable reply for his sister. There were times when Sumi got a good scolding from her mother for continuously teasing and specially pushing her little brother. Once Bob came home from school crying. When he was asked, he said one of his classmates had made a poem on him. His father made him relaxed and taught a rhyme to Bob. After that, no one teased him in his school. Sumi had a bad habit of becoming bossy on her brother. And when her brother did not listen to her, she used to push him as she was not allowed to beat her brother. For the teasing and pushing, she used to get good scolds and slaps from her mother time to time. Though the little boy was so much tortured, yet he loved his sister very much and considered her as the best sister of the world. He was so innocent in his childhood that when they played hide and seek, he used to hide himself in that particular place where his sister hid herself. Thus, it was easy for Sumi to find Bob. In the evening, when Sumi used to go to the dance classes, he also accompanied her, where he stood and copied his sister. The dance classes were conducted in a primary school near their house. There was a big playground where the children of the neighborhood used to play in the evening. They ran, they shouted, they pulled, they pushed one another, and they enjoyed a lot. The children called that ground as park. The obsession of playing in the park was really unforgettable. I hope you will like this story. Do write me about your views, about your opinions. Good day. Take care.